Hey, okay, so I really wanted to make this video a couple weeks ago when I was dealing with something at work or whatever, and I felt very passionately about this, and I can't really remember half of what I wanted to say because I felt it so passionately and intensely then, and now it's just kind of a like shadow of it, but maybe I can attack it still. Um, so a lot of things in life and society are based on numbers. If you work in any type of corporate environment, I'm sure you understand that everything is based on numbers to some degree. It's all about like profits, which are numbers, and the numbers tell you this and the numbers tell you this. Like everything is about the numbers on some way, especially for like management and stuff like that. Like you have to care about the numbers, which is basically, to me, it always seems like what they really care about with the numbers is the numbers that end up in their pocket at the end of the day or not. And that's what numbers is. So numbers is just like another word for greed. But maybe I'm wrong on that. I don't know. Maybe numbers are like quality of service or something. I don't know. But I think numbers basically in any corporate environment tend to translate to the numbers of the bottom line, which is profit, which is why corporations exist, which is for profit. But numbers make up like such a huge part of our life in modern day society, and they're around us as part of everything. And numbers as themselves are very beautiful and profound because it's just like it is a number, and like it's a universal understanding of like what something is by its definition. I feel like math is like a universal like language of the universe actually. But so math is like, math is logic, but math like isn't something to like question unless you get into the higher math forms or something where things get fuzzy, I guess. I'm not a mathematician. I don't know. Obviously, I'm not a mathematician. Or I would know what I was talking about. But anyway, numbers are very beautiful and profound and pure and like a state of truth to them that cannot be denied and always are what they are and do not lie. We have to put numbers in everything, but then we also look at ourselves as numbers. We look at ourselves as how much money we have in the bank, or how much money we're making, or how much debt we have, or how much debt we still have to pay off, which is the same thing, or how much money we don't have. Like we judge ourselves based on those numbers, monetary numbers. Then we look at ourselves and we judge ourselves on the numbers we can apply to us on a personal level, like the number of our weight, whether our number's too high. Some people do struggle with their number being too low, believe it or not. Some people don't want to be underweight. But everyone focuses on the overweight because it's such a thing in our culture. But we look at ourselves by our weight number. We look at ourselves by our bank account number. We rate women, and some women rate men, but we rate people on their number of attractiveness. That's like a thing. We judge ourselves by the number of people we've slept with or haven't slept with. We judge ourselves by the number of friends we have. We judge ourselves by the number of followers we have and judge others. We judge others by all these things too. The number of followers you have, the number of likes you have on any social media platform. Like we constantly like assess ourselves and our value as who we are based on numbers. And that is not, I want to say, like, you're not a number. You're not a number. Like, whatever number you're judging yourself on, that is an aspect of you, but that's not you. you're not that number. So especially if you're feeling critical towards yourself because of a number, like while numbers exist in pure form as states of fact, they are not the definition of who we are as people, as individuals, as souls in the world, as hearts in the world, as minds in the world. Like, we are more than a number. You are so much more than whatever numbers you are basing your life upon, whatever numbers you are trying to achieve or like decimate, or whatever number you are trying to say you need to reach to feel like you finally made it, like lost that weight, got that raise, paid off that debt, got that amount of subscription followers, or whatever number you're trying to achieve. Like, when you achieve that, yeah, you'll have that boost in yourself and you might like yourself more, but it's still just a number. You're still the same person. You might be the same person who likes yourself a little more, or has a little more social clout, or a little more respect from people, if that's what you are like trying to get. But that's basically what you're trying to get, is that social clout, that respect from people, that self-love. You're not trying to reach that number. You're trying to reach what that number represents. Numbers are just representations, and they're just representations of what we wish we could be, what we're trying to be, how we're trying to make ourselves appear for based on whatever to be like. You know, I will talk about whether we're valued or accepted in the world, because I think that's a fundamental human flaw in society that everyone is dealing with on some level, that leads to a lot of world problems. So I will probably address it in different ways throughout a lot of my videos. I'll try not to be too redundant, but I just want you to know that you're not a number. Like, you're not a number. You are a person. You are a human being. You are a face. You are a collection of memories. You are a collection of dreams, desires. You are a collection of experiences here to experience life and bring love, or even hatred, or truth, or I don't know. We're here to bring like every level of everything we can possibly bring into the world. Anything a human being can bring into the world, whether it is evil or pure, like, we are meant to bring everything into the world in some way or fashion. And you are more than any number could ever decide you are. And we don't need numbers to tell us how to feel about ourselves or what our worth is. We just need to see ourselves as a heart, mind, soul, and body, making our way through life, trying to make the best we can of it, because that's all anyone can do. And I just want anyone who is basing their life and their self-worth on a number right now to maybe not for a day, and just forget the number, whether it's in the negative or positive or any type of like whatever. Like, take that stress off of you for a minute and just forget the numbers exist for a minute. Just, I know you'll have to go back to like worshiping the numbers like we worship everything else in life, but just for a minute, just like forget the numbers even exist. They're just symbols. You know, numbers are just symbols. They're just agreed upon symbols. And like, there's a symbol for numbers, there's a symbol for everything else in life. So just change it to something else. Change the number to something else that is a symbol to you, whether it's a negative symbol or a positive symbol. Like, if you like flowers, change it to a flower in your mind for a minute, and see that even in time all flowers die. This too shall pass. Your number shall change. Your age, if you're like worried about the number of your age or anything, like, everything changes, everything passes through. The number you are judging yourself on now will be a different number tomorrow, in 3 months, in 2 years. Like, you are a fluid changing being, and just don't stress yourself out on making yourself feel like you're more of a number than a person. Alright, so that's all I have to say. Hope I wasn't blah 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 too much. Have a nice day. Bye.